This was a trip that was funded by the IBC, and it was a study tour. We had about 18 or so faculty members from different universities in the United States. We spent about 2 weeks in southern Africa, mostly in South Africa, but also in Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Botswana. It was my first trip on the dark continent, as it used to be called, and it was a fascinating trip. South Africans believe they actually have a phrase for this. They say they describe South Africa as the world in a country, in the world in one country, right? Because there is such a range of things that you can see and experience within South Africa. It's almost like it's an entire world in a microcosm. So we were able to talk to several businesses, universities, and see a whole range of interesting things. Perhaps the biggest takeaway for me was the learning about how dominant the Chinese have become in Africa, in economic and business terms. Right? So, whether it is in infrastructure or in natural resources, right, or it's in somewhat early stages, but even in consumer products, you find that the Chinese government and Chinese enterprises, as well as Chinese entrepreneurs, sometimes even without the help of the government, they are beginning to play a very, very important role, establishing themselves in that space. So much so that I was really surprised at how little the US seemed to be a factor in those sort of economic terms.